as we've covered the closed crab, I'm now going to teach you the second type of crabs, known as open crabs. And the most common open crab technique is called a crab orbit. As mentioned in previous tutorials, open crabs begin and end with the crossfader open. And because it's an orbit technique, crab orbits are symmetrical. So let's take a look at the fader movements. Before I begin a crab orbit, I always have my crossfader slightly open and I position my pointer finger and thumb around the crossfader knob. There's 4 steps to this technique. Step 1, close the crossfader with your thumb. Step 2, snap the crossfader open with your ring finger. So for open crabs, there's no need for us to use our little finger. Step 3, snap the crossfader open with your middle finger. And finally, step 4, open the crossfader with your pointer finger. You should find yourself back in the starting position with your pointer finger and thumb around the crossfader knob. Those 4 steps again. Step 1, close the crossfader with your thumb. Step 2, snap the crossfader open with your ring finger. Step 3, snap the crossfader open with your middle finger. And finally, step 4, open the crossfader with your pointer finger. Those 4 steps done in sequence gives us the open crab technique. We're now ready to incorporate our platter hand to execute the crab orbit. I've queued up the classic R sample to the beginning of the sound. And for now, we're going to practice with the deck paused. So get your fader hand in position around the crossfader with the crossfader open. Now push the platter forward, and as soon as you hear the sound, apply the crab technique to the crossfader. To complete the orbit, we're going to do the same thing in reverse. So pull the platter back, and as soon as you hear the sound, apply the open crab technique. So if you're doing it correctly, you should hear 4 sounds as the platter goes forward and 4 sounds as the platter comes backwards. This is technically more efficient than closed crabs because we're still getting 4 sounds even when we only use 3 fingers. So technically, the open crab is the equivalent of a 3-click flare. The next step to mastering this technique is, of course, to be able to do it with the scratch deck playing. So again, experiment at different speeds and by moving the sound at different pitches, but be sure that your 2 hands are always working in sync with each other, which is what the crab orbit requires, just like any other orbit technique. So here's some freestyle crab scratches over a beat.